What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those catching replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications from these live chats. You can take part right along with us because it's more fun when you can chat, right? Instead of just having to watch. So this is the third leg of the online live stream shopping extravaganza that we did beginning of last week. We've got Afnan Highness 3, Afnan Highness Green, whatever you'd like to call it. Literally the nicest presentation of the bunch, heaviest bottle, and so on. I have Afnan Highness Blue, really, really good. We have Lattafa Affection, their Keali Yum Pistachio Gelato clone. Later, I'm going to do a side-by-side with Care Pistachio because I love me some Care Pistachio. So big shoes to fill here. And then a pick from Joel, affordable niche. It was like $70. Sold out now. I did check. Ambre Russe from Parfum d'Empire, I believe is how you say that. So we got this 50 ml. I'm thinking we're going to start with the Afnan and work our way up to this one. I have a feeling this is going to be the heaviest one of the bunch, if I remember correctly from the notes, but we'll get to that. Also, from that haul is today's Sin of the Day, Amber Full, which I am absolutely loving. Love it. Definitely doing a full review in the next couple of days on this one. I love it. Did I mention I love it? Like I've said in my shorts Sin of the Day video, it's not all that often we get a lot of fresh fragrances from Mancera that don't have rose or oud. Like a lot of Manceras are either based around rose or based around oud oil. So when you get a fresh fragrance from them that has neither, because I got some fresh rose fragrances that are phenomenal from them, but sometimes you don't want that and you just want other things. And honestly, I really like that this walks the path of the Tigar profile. Kajal Om 3, all these different ones, you know, Tarathi Blue, without being just like them. It's a drier woody tone. There's a little bit of green going on here that's not in the others. I don't get loads of Ambroxan. I get a little bit, even though they don't list it, but I don't get loads of Ambroxan. It's not super spicy. There's a light spice to it. And it's yuzu. Kind of has a lemony feel to it, but not grapefruit like all the other ones. So there's similarities, yet different. It's the same, but different. Makes sense? So I really like this one. Wife, big fan of it. She told me twice since I sprayed it on how good I smelled. So got 5 sprays around the neck. I'm loving this. This is fantastic. This is totally worth the $109 that I paid for it for Fragrance Buy. I'm loving this. I will be doing a full review on this very, very soon. Good stuff. So let's get caught up in the chat around the 10-ish minute mark. We'll get started. We got 83 in the first 3 minutes. I appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up on the way in. It does help, and it is appreciated. Good to see Sir Luciano Mystic Dream. That's their newest one. I haven't gotten that yet. Gonna have to catch the replay. You're wearing a Mind Games fragrance, though, so life's not too bad. Halston 112. I don't even know if I've ever smelled it. Luis wearing Coco Loco, dropping a like, and driving home. Be careful on the way home. Mr. M.A. Styles, do his cunning defense. Is that supposed to be French defense? That's immediately what comes to mind, because I don't know. Good to see you, sir. Wearing Leighton. Blessings right back to you, my man. Everybody saying hello to one another. Fuzzman's wearing Blockade. Speaking of Mind Game fragrances, I've been meaning to wear that. I need to put that back in the rotation. That's such a good fragrance. Smooth Operator, good to see you. Pacific Chill from Louis Vuitton. Y'all flexing hard today. Fuzzman, happy birthday to you. If today is indeed the birthday haul of Fashionable Riviera, that's good. There's an argument for that being a little better than Dylan Blue, honestly. It's just a little spicier. It's good. Spectra, Malachite, Luna Rosa Ocean, EDT, 40 knots. Hell yeah. Ingenious Ginger, Explorer Ultra Blue, yeah. Soothing Zephyr. I like that, though. Sutur Ra. Zamaya Impulse, never tried. Zamaya Impulse Oud from in Kingsgate Nocturnal. So a few I haven't tried, a few that I really like, and one that's kind of to me. Explorer Ultra Blue, it's okay. It grew on me a little bit, but I still don't think it's all that good. I haven't worn it in a long time, but I gave it a bunch of chances after the review a couple years ago, and it's like, you know. A lot of people like it, just not a big winner for me personally, but you got a bunch of really good stuff in there. Happy birthday to you, my man. Kalen, good to see you. Town and Country from Cloud Christian. Speaking of Mancera Freshies, Soleil d'Italie from Barry, good choice. Good choice. My man, wearing Bulgari Aqua Atlantique. Hell yeah. And I know you were planning on fishing this weekend. That is kind of your thing. That is your hobby. So I hope you catch plenty. I hope you catch your limit and then some. I don't know what the fishing regulations are where you are, if you have a specific limit on certain fish. But I hope it's plentiful and bountiful for you, my man. You're definitely smelling good. Iconic blue fragrance right there. Dan, not the man. Good to see you. Currently, so Saturday, the most important thing is going to be really putting my delts, traps, biceps, triceps, and abs through the fucking ringer. That's the most important thing for Saturday. I would like to say. We do have All In Wembley Stadium, I believe, is this weekend. I got to double check. Might be next weekend. I think it's next weekend, actually. I'm tripping. And then Sunday, nothing really specific. It depends on the weather. We may make another effort at the beach. We'll see. Sunday's kind of up in the air. We're definitely going to go on a walk that morning and everything. So just kind of a laid-back, lackadaisical type of day on Sunday. But Saturday, it's all about clanging and banging. You know what I mean? Just like every Saturday is centered around that for me. So hope you have a great weekend, my man. Diorum 2020, some good stuff. What would you recommend by way of a reasonably priced tobacco and leather scent? Tobacco and leather, affordable, nothing comes to mind. Got to start stepping, like niche fragrances come to mind that are tobacco and leather that I would recommend. So what do you mean by reasonably priced? Enlighten me a little more, because as far as something I would consider cheap, that $50 or less. Affordable, I consider $50 to $90. So let me know what your parameters are a little further, because I got niche stuff coming to mind that are leather and tobacco that are worth looking into. Isola Blue. You win, Giancarlo. It's over. You won. You won the day. And my bottle is, I'm so jealous. I haven't bought it yet. Dolce Melodia. I definitely want that. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that sooner than later. This year, I will own a bottle of that. Fragrance Fraternity, I did see your Scent of the Day post. French Riviera, great choice, my man. Let's hit that like button. Let them know. Let them know. Hi there. Well, hello. Roy, good to see you, sir. Wearing Leighton. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Glad you could join us before bed. For those who didn't know, it's very late where Roy is. Happy Friday to you as well, Lamar. Magnifique. Sauvage EDP. You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. I don't want to speaking of Sauvage, because there was a conference, because today's 7 worst releases of the last 5 years, and one person said, apparently you haven't tried Sauvage Eau Forte yet. And I thought I'm surprised that I wasn't surprised to see that come up at some point. So I'm still, FedEx just hasn't dropped it off. We'd have probably added that to this live stream. It's been out for delivery since 6:30 this morning. Thank you, FedEx. So we'll do that Monday, but I won't throw the person out there. But there's an opinion I value that seems to be very much enjoying it, that did buy it for retail. That seems to be very much enjoying it. So I have a renewed sense of hope for me liking Sauvage Eau Forte, because so many of you, and I don't just mean you, I'm talking about people watching the replay, because a lot of you in the live chat, I think it's kind of 50-50, but a lot of the stuff I've been seeing is people shitting. I've seen the occasional people are crazy. This smells great. I get 10 hours. It's spicy, musky. I've heard all the stuff about Sauvage Eau Forte, and I was starting to get a little weary, like, have a feeling they're going to get what they want, and I'm going to have something to shit on. But after hearing that, I was like, okay, I've got hope. I'm going to be my own judge. I'm not going to be swayed by either that opinion that I value or any of the rest of you guys. I'm going to be my own judge. But it's interesting to get all of this feedback before I ever get my nose on it. I don't even remember the full note breakdown. I only looked at it once on a live stream in a split screen. So I'm super eager. To check it out, honestly. And I'm sure if I like it, I'll get called a shill, even though, normally that word gets thrown at somebody getting free stuff, and I bought it. So, so miss me with that shit whenever the time comes. We'll see. I don't know. I have a gut feeling I'm going to like it. I have faith in Kirkjohn. Even though it's water-based, I'm not excited about that. I have faith in Francis Kirkjohn. So that definitely got me behind. Saga, good to see you. Mugler, Alien, Kicks Griffey, my main man, wearing Mancera holidays. A lot of Mancera love today. I love it. I love it. Man, you hanging by the beach or what? Wearing holidays. Kicks Griffey approved. FWO Wolfpack for life. My man Dan live from Serbia. What's going on? Banana Republic Pure White, similar to Ball de Freak. I did not know that. I'm going to have to grab that next time I go to Burlington. Then I always see it at Burlington. Danielle, good to see you. Mark Antoine Barrios. Telia, I've never looked into that one before. That's hilarious. Had I bought these from Joma Shop, we could do a Thanksgiving haul. At least that's been my experience. I know I'm exaggerating, obviously. Shout outs to Sloma Shop. May they prosper and fix the dumb shit when it comes to their slow processes. Unique's Luxury Academies. Is that how you say it? Traffic. Good to see you. Wearing Naxos, excellent choice. Spencer, good to see you. On the freeway, tuned in. Don't get in any wrecks. It is not that serious. It is not that serious, my man. Be safe on the road. We're glad to have you, though, Spencer. 2012 Creed Aventus. I'm assuming you're doing speech to text because it said Aventist, like a combination of Aventus and dentist. So I'm assuming you're doing speech to text. Terre d'Amez Eau Givray, that is one of the best citrus dominant openings, I think, of all time. I think that's a fair assessment. Chanel L'Homme Sport, iconic stuff. I'm trying to get to the bottom. We're almost, kind of almost there. I'm off Odyssey with 72 cooling different fragrance. I hear this Royal Oud or Polo Green. I've heard a little bit of both. I'm pretty excited about this Afnan Highness fragrance. Lattafa's Masa, I've never tried. Good to see you. Wearing Zanzibar today, and yes, I like it. I do as well. I kind of threw that one in there because on today's video because it just got so much heat early on. It's like, y'all are wild. That shit is $21 now. It is a steal because I put an affiliate link for it in stock at Fragrance Buy, and it was $21. Oh my God, that's such a steal. That is such a steal for that fragrance. It's moved into the status of me being confident to tell you, fuck it, blind buy it. It finally got to a point to where I'm just like, wow, that is such a bargain for that fragrance. Just like I said about what you're getting with Vibrant Summer, the Tommy Flanker, where I'm just like, just get it. I'm there with the Assad Zanzibar at this point. I'll take the heat with anybody that wants to, buy it based off of my opinion. And if in the off chance they don't like it, come at me, bro. It's all good. I'm willing to accept it on that for $21. It's worth the dice roll at that point. London Spice, and that's the bottom line because Joshua Oman Sr. said so. My cousin brought me, don't tell us nothing. None of us have had an opportunity to try that yet. Creed Silver Mountain Water, excellent choice. Trying to get to the bottom. Liquid Brew, the Altair clone, I believe. Did anyone see the post for Strong With You Freeze Candy? Not sure if it's real or not. I haven't seen anything. I'm definitely here for it. New Strong With You, I'm always here for it. Kosmala Wild Strides. Pineapple Heavy Aventus, less smoke, more wood. That sounds interesting. Just ordered a few fragrances, one being Atelier's Pacific Lime. You're going to love it. I'm confident in saying that. It's a creamy coconut, juicy lime. It's, if I remember correctly, 91 or 92% natural ingredients. It is so good. It's like a 5 or 6 hour fragrance. It's nothing crazy. It's a heavy oil concentration. So it's rich citrus and coconut. It's so good. So good. That's my favorite from them. Congrats. I'm confident you're going to enjoy it. So I'm going to skip down a little bit, guys. I apologize that I have to. Wait, hold on. Sub $100, I got nothing for you. That's below the point of anything I'm thinking of. I got nothing for you, my man. I'm sorry. As far as a worthy leather and tobacco for you to just randomly buy without sampling first that costs under $100, nothing comes to mind. I'm hoping somebody in the chat can help you out because everything I'm thinking is like 150 and above. Yeah, so it's, the first thing that comes to mind for me, and you might not even like it, is leather tobacco because it's, oh my, not for everyone, but so impressive. All right, we're skipping to the bottom. What's up, Jay? With basics today with Legend EDT. You can't go wrong. I'm glad I can now be a part of the live chats, and we're glad to have you, Philip. Welcome. Welcome to the fun. I'm in Mount Dora, Florida. I'm not familiar with that area of Florida, but hey, like I said, we're glad to have you here, though, for sure. Ken, what's going on, my man? Been a minute since I hopped on here. Just had a newborn. Congratulations. And you're wearing, you're really trying to run a race here with the guy wearing, I forgot who was wearing the Solo Blue. I think it was Giancarlo. So you get a longer soft live stream clap for the newborn and for the masterpiece, Burlington 1819. Ran through my decant quick. It's so damn good. Yeah, hell yeah, it is. You got to look at how long the estimated ship time is. Even if it says in stock, you might not get it for a week and a half. But if it says, my experience, it says ships 1 to 3 days, that's 2 weeks minimum. If ships 5 to 8 days, you're waiting a month. That's been my experience. So just be wary of that. They will gladly take your money. Yeah, get them likes up. Let me click refresh. We are 15 minutes in. We need to dive into this first fragrance. We only got 56 likes with 111 viewers currently. You guys are definitely better than that. I believe in you. I don't have a specific favorite spot. I would say places like Decant House that I bought from before. You can always go check out Juan, fatboyfragrance.com. Scent Split's a good spot. Scent Door is a good spot as well. Decant X is a good spot. Use Stay Fresh 10. Hook Justin up. That's his main spot. There's a lot of good ones out there. This is just to name a few. 1 Million Elixir fan. As am I. We here, Philip. We here. Beach Life, good to see you, my man. Summer Reflections. Reflecting on the years that CK used to release a summer fragrance, right? They didn't do it this year for some reason. Afnan Highness X, I have not tried. Joe Milano, Game of Spades High Roller. Noted. I like how you started with, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I like how you started that. Okay, so here we go. What's it cloning? Because the Rayhans are very similar to stuff. Uh-oh. We got a giant Omas alert. Subscribe to the Giant Connoisseur. He has a video coming out tomorrow. It's been a little bit since he dropped the video. Subscribe to the Giant Connoisseur tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central, I believe. He has a new list video coming out. LV Imagination. Did you catch new upcoming Xerjoff 1986? Green tea and mandarin, cardamom, orange blossom. That sounds very straightforward. No, I hadn't seen anything. Will it work or should I get something for the... I mean, it will work, but just know you're going to smell like a summer ocean breeze in the winter. It's fine if that's your thing. People are going to think you smell good. Who doesn't like an aquatic, right? They get compliments. They do. Even highly synthetic like Profondo. It's a compliment monster. It's a great performer. You're going to smell like a coastal ocean breeze in the cold. If you're cool with that, go for it. I like a freshie from time to time in the winter too. I don't like to just wear heavy, cozy stuff all the time. But most of the time, I'm just so seasonally appropriate. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I appreciate the super chat, but I mean, it comes down to your taste. You don't need me to tell you if you can wear something or not. There's ideal scenarios, seasons, and situations, and then there's always that screw it, do whatever makes you happy. Hope that helps. So I'm trying to get to the bottom, and we're going to dive into this. Slow-mo Shop. I'm good for creating the nicknames. Trograntica and Slow-mo Shop. They've stuck. Where the Tex-Mex is best. That's where it was created. Your first cheat meal after the show. So that night, I had a jacked brownie. Look them up. I had the cookies and cream double chocolate, and I also had the mint chocolate. I had 2 of those. Had some Cadbury caramel eggs, and then we had saltgrass. I actually had a sweet potato, a Caesar salad, and a filet. So my meal was sensible, but I had a bunch of garbage snacks immediately following. Yes, just know that the cedar is a cheap cedar. It's very sharp. That's the only difference is the cedar wood that's in the Fragrance World clone. It smells like a cheap cedar wood oil. Like it's got that sharp, like it's garbage cedar oil, I got to say. On test strip, they were virtually identical. But when I got them on skin, that's where the difference came in. And it is a really good clone. That's why I've given it its just due. And I gave it a lot of praise. And I was wearing it pretty rapidly when I first got it. But when you compare it directly to Greenlee, Greenlee's of course better, but so much more expensive. If you're willing to save a little bit and get Greenlee, go with Greenlee. 100% go with Greenlee. But if you don't want to spend the money and you want something that's good enough, Aether French Avenue is good enough. Just not the same. The clones are just not the same. When it's an affordable or cheap clone cloning a niche fragrance, even a more designer-like niche fragrance like a Parfums Marley Greenlee or a Sedley or something, they're still better quality than the cheap ones. So keep that in mind. They lack the magic. They're always missing the magic. The clones are good enough. They're not as good. And I'll stand by that. I stand on that hill with anybody that wants to argue. Slow-mo Shop. Hey, man, sometimes they deserve a nickname, you know? Kathy, good to see you. I smell like Alien plus Aventus with Alfaris oil. So on this note, we actually made it to a certain point. So we are going to try Afnan Highness 3, Afnan Green first. This box is so freaking heavy. They definitely do it right. So these are around $60 for Afnan fragrances. They are pricey, but I got to tell you, not just from the really nice presentations, but the oil quality is really good, even on their cheaper stuff. Afnan's always been one of the better of the Middle Eastern houses with their oil quality, at least to me. My hand's getting stuck. Oh, because it's caught in the damn thing. So they did good. It was holding because it was folded into the lid. That's why I couldn't get the damn thing off easily. But fingerprint magnet of a box. It's a shame. It's really nice. Look how highly reflective. It's really nice, but I'm not going to keep it. It's going to get tossed. It's a really, really nice presentation. Because I remember the blue one's identical to this. I got the blue one already. Heavy ass bottle. If you get one of these, some of you've heard me say before, don't drop this on your barefoot, you break a bone. This is one of those kind of bottles. This shit's like 3 or 4 pounds. It's a heavy ass bottle. Quality stuff. I got to give it to Afnan. The caps, the names lined up appropriately. It's well designed. Atomizer's not lined up, but that's okay. It's not that serious. Big wide mist. Not a fan of the atomizer. Now I understand why people say Polo Green. But it's better quality than Polo Green. I definitely get Polo Green. I get smoke, pine green. I get dry tobacco. I get all of the elements of a Polo Green. Ooh, with some more earthiness and funk. And when I say ooh, I mean in a happy, joyful way. It's not ooh, it's ooh. This is better than Polo Green for sure. Reminds me of it, but deeper. It's got more going on, but clear as day. That's because I heard it was kind of like Polo Green, and yeah, sure, it definitely is. Is that oud? It's got to be oud. It's like, and I know we have a Polo oud that's in the green line. That smells a little different from this. This came out way before that, I believe. This has like a, is that castoreum? Like a castoreum-like funkiness to it. It's not just oud. There's oud. There's got to be oud. I'll be shocked if there isn't oud here. I'm a fan. Very situational fragrance, not a daily wear. The blue one, daily wear. Aquatic, green, fresh and aromatic, spiced. It's kind of like a more complex, it's a little powdery. It's a more complex Aqua Senziale blue. Like that was what sold me. I forgot who convinced me to buy it, and that was what they sold me on. And yeah, kind of without smelling the same. Whereas this is a much more situational, animalistic Polo Green. Very much in that vein. What is that funk? They got some funk here. They definitely have some funk. (2014), yeah, came out way before. 8 out of 10, 24 ratings. Green, spicy, woody, leathery, smoky. Yeah, they got oud. No castoreum. It's got it. So this oud note and leather accord, whatever's making the leather accord, because there's a collection of oils that create the leather accord. Because there's no such thing as a leather oil. It's something in here is providing some funkiness. And it's not going to be for everyone. It's going to make it a polarizing scent. But if you're looking for that elevated level, like almost like a niche take in some ways on Polo Green, that's what this is. That's exactly how I view this. Nice and smoky as it's settling in. A little bit spiced. So it's black pepper is our spice here. Galbanum provides some green. The cedar wood's not crazy sharp, so it's not the kind of cedar wood oil I was talking about from Fragrance World's 8th or French Avenue. It's actually pretty smooth. Considering what it's composed of, when you look at this note breakdown, it's actually pretty damn smooth. Let's see what they're comparing it to. Polo Green's got to be in there. Royal Oud. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've smelled Royal Oud. I only smelled it once. I want to say with Justin. It's been a few years. It was on a test strip. So I don't really remember it well enough to say, yeah, it kind of is. So I'm not sure. Polo green, though. I definitely get that. Now, One Man Show, believe it or not, I've never smelled. The rest of them, I'm not familiar with. Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, I haven't smelled. I have Noir EDP. And, of course, I'm familiar with, why am I drawing a blank? The gourmand one, the sweet one. Why am I drawing a blank? They had a Parfum came out 2 years ago. Why am I drawing a blank on the damn name? Gold bottle. Brown in the gold bottle. You know what I'm talking about. I can't spit it out for some reason. It's getting nice and leathery. It's actually changing surprisingly rapidly. Didn't anticipate that. This does not smell like some cheap cologne. It is not some cheap cologne fragrance. It reminds me of elements of a few things, but it's definitely its own thing. It's not a clone. Well, they got value for money at 7.7. I think it's closer to like 8.8. There's a lot of value for the $61. It smells nice and strong. I'm sure it's going to last. Well, according to them, sillage and longevity is really good. Scent, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like they're rating it an 8. I think it's more like an 8.5, honestly. This is great. This is like upper level great. That's why I'm going to give it 8.5. We started off hot here, guys. Situational, not everyday type of stuff, not a casual fragrance, not a t-shirt kind of thing, and even in the cold weather. This is something when you have something to do, evening events, things of that nature. Might not be the most attractive thing if you're looking for compliments because it's very uber masculine and animalistic and a slight challenge, I would say. Not everybody's going to be into this, but I'll tell you what, if you are into this style, this is a treat. This is a treat for the $61. And see, it's not out of this world earthy and funky, but it's earthy and funky. But it's not like Into the Wild from Static Olfactive. That's more of a challenge. That's oof. Oof when you smell it, you know? Like it'll take you back a little bit, take your breath away a bit. Like shit. You never anticipate. You can read the notes all you want. First time you smell it, you're not expecting what it's going to smell like. It's impressive, but it's such a low wearability for me. This is a higher wearability. This I could get away with a lot easier than that. 8.5 out of 10. I like it. I definitely like it. Slide that right there. Get caught up in this chat. Anybody here tried it? Let me know in the comments if you've tried it. I have not. I have not. Josh, good to see you, my man. Sadama by Gentleman's Nod. What's the best one-to-one clone you've smelled? That I would say is a dead ringer, probably Fragrance World's Essentia La Homme Le Parfum. That's like identical to Le Male Le Parfum to me. Even F Le Parfum, I would put right next to it from Fragrance World because there's subtle differences. Like I find it's a little creamier in the dry down. But that's about it. Like it's Y Le Parfum in a different bottle. That's the two. They're both Fragrance World clones. When it comes to their designer clones, which I think is ridiculous to clone designers you can get for 70, 80 bucks. I think it's ridiculous in the first place because those fragrances are going to run you half the price of what the original cost. Like with Fakar Gold, just get 1 million Parfum. It's like 30 bucks more. Just get that. It's better. With this, I still would recommend get Le Male Le Parfum instead of Essentia La Homme Le Parfum. It is the quality is a little bit better, believe it or not. Same thing with Y Le Parfum, dead ringer because they're both synthetic aldehydes, all that. Like it's dead ringer. Probably lean more towards F Le Parfum being a one-to-one with Y Le Parfum. It's probably that one. I would say it's between those two. But again, don't buy the 3 clones for 30 bucks a piece and buy one of the nicer fragrances for the 80 bucks. That's my real advice, man. Don't fill your collection with clones. Don't do it to yourself. Have some. I like some. I'm very excited to try this one. This is a clone. I'm super excited to try this. We're doing this one next. But please don't fill your entire case wherever you keep your fragrances with all clones. Have some variety, man. Have a little bit of niche, even if it's just some affordable stuff, 2 or 3 fragrances, just so you can have a little something upper level. Have you a couple of designers, have you a couple of clones you enjoy. Cover the spectrum. Build yourself a little wardrobe with some variety. Don't just keep, because when I get comments like this, it's you buy clones all the time. That's what this comment tells me. So I gotta tell you what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I hope that's helpful. I know it's not what you asked for, but it's what you got. I haven't heard of a new one from them in a long time either. But I really like this one. It's really good quality. Really good. No, this was a sample for the guy that did the embroidered hats for me years ago when I was in Texas. This was a sample he had did. It was an actual T-shirt. I just cut it to a cut sleeve. It's an XL. It's all baggy. I wore it at my competition. It was so baggy. This is when I'm just lounging around, not going anywhere. I just throw this on. I'm not selling anything. There's a Teespring store if you want to buy some TLTG merchandise and cut the sleeves off yourself, or you can buy tank tops. There's tank tops with the logo as well. But as far as this, no, this was just a sample shirt he had made. Like, hey, I can print stuff too. Ooh, hell yes. Spencer, you're killing it. I mean, the greatest coconut fragrance of all time. Yeah, Highness Green's really impressive. I agree. I don't know if it's similar to Royal Oud because I just don't remember it. Oud Mood Elixir, I have not. Smelling like a barn. Yeah, I haven't tried that one. Salesman from Afnan, they say it's inspired by Royal Oud. I mean, could be. I just don't remember Royal Oud well enough because I just smelled it one time on a test strip and it's been years. Who else got it in? They definitely had an opportunity to go ahead and do so. I have 0 Gallivant fragrances. Yeah, I don't have anything from Gallivant. Let's see, scrolling down. Hope you're having a good day. That I am. What was the name of the? Soothing Zephyr. Oh, we had a fun one. So it's all subjective. I'm not hating on the man. I'm not going to tell you his name or nothing. I'm not hating on the man. But just know, this is the risk of blind buying, guys. Might have to scroll back a little bit. Yeah, I got to scroll back a little bit. Bear with me one moment, please. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So I don't get it. It literally smells like a super clean water sprinkled with butane fluid or some kind of a flammable spirit. Don't waste your money. Please sample it and afterward. That doesn't make sense. You'll not take it even for free. You can't even pay me to get it off your hands. That doesn't make sense. I know this is subjective, but I swear my bottle skipped the process in the assembly line. And bro, I'll send it to you for free if you think I'm crazy. And I hit him with a thumbs up emoji. And then he went to another video where I talked about it and he typed the exact same thing. And then I'm sure if I have a third video that features it, he'll go copy and paste it again. Because that's what people do on the internet. So they'll get something, not like it, and go video to video saying the same shit because they need to be heard. That's what this dude's doing. But apparently to him, it smells like butane fluid, stuff like that. So I don't agree, but it's a very subjective thing. And this is the risk of the blind buy. So that's the meaning behind me sharing this with you. Just know there's a chance that apparently it might smell like butane fluid. I don't think so. I quite enjoy it to the point to where I really want to try the original if the clone's that good to me. But yeah, dangerous game to blind buy. You're playing with your money. You're at the casino. You're at the casino when you blind buy. That's how you got to look at it. But yeah, it's called Soothing Zephyr. It's from Paris Corner. You can get it from Aroma Concepts. TLTG 10 will save you 10%. It's like $40 before discount. I haven't tried that one. That bottle can take out a huge one. Yeah, these bottles are heavy. These things are heavy, man. I've never tried that one, so I can't weigh in. Ormond Jane Montebaco Verano. Great choice. Grapefruit, leather, a little bit of like this smoky tobacco feel, and a lot of ISOE super. Really good everyday fragrance. A lot of people have said that to me, and I'm not going to argue against it. It's much more wearable. I literally talked to Mo like 2 days ago, and I told him this is just such a great release from him. Oh God. As I wore it 3 days ago. That's why it's right there. It's in the rotation this week. I wore it 3 days ago. It's so good. God, it's so good. So I won't argue against it. I think Lamar is special, but that's so fun. It smells so good. On vacay on the Gulf Coast, I'm off Aura Fresh on the way to the beach. Hell yeah. Mano Fresh EDP, basically. Showered up, nice and sunburned now. Evening's going to be Mont Blanc Individuel. I hope you're enjoying your vacation, man. You definitely, I mean, you're definitely smelling good. Let me finish my thought. I hope you're enjoying your vacation. It kind of is. It's soapier because Prada does lavender a bit different. They use a different lavender. Theirs is soapy. But yeah, it kind of is. I mean, it's hard to argue against it. Sauvage came out first. It smells like honestly, a smoother Sauvage. I think it's better. Most people would agree Prada Carbon's better than Sauvage. Not everybody will agree, but I think most would. Nosy, my man. Welcome, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. We're doing a little fragrance haul. This is the third part. We did live for the first 4, a recorded video for the second 3, and then for the final 3, we're doing live again because I'm sure you saw we did a live stream early last week buying some fragrances. I was taking audience suggestions. All of these were recommended for me to buy. So just to let you know, Paris Corner's Care Pistachio, I praise it all the time. So, and we'll dive into it on this note, this has big shoes to fill. Lattafa does a really good job. So this could be better. It could be just as good. It might be if you have one, don't buy the other. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. I'm going to do a battle video for them because this type of situation, that's a nice box. And I'll get that later. It's a nice box inside of a box. It warrants a side-by-side battle video, just like Nordstad Quattro from Paris Corner and Sunset Swim from Luciano deserved that because there's a big this or that constant thing I was dealing with. So it's going to be that for this. I'm sure I'm going to, if this smells like Care Pistachio, because I've never smelled Yum Pistachio Gelato. I have no experience with the original. The clone I have is amazing. It's amazing. That's why I praise it all the time. If this smells just like it, I'm going to praise this one too. And then it's like, well, shit. Nobody's going to want to buy both. So I got to figure out which one to recommend. I do like the Care Pistachio bottle. So let's see what we're working with here. It says love. The bottle's okay. I like the Care Pistachio bottle a little more. It's hefty. Let's see what we're working with here. Good atomizer. Better than the Afnan atomizer. So, looking for pistachio ice cream / gelato, tomato. Looking for, now this is based off of Care. Let me get this out of my way. I don't want it under my nose because I can taste it. Try not to breathe through my nose. I'm looking for rum. I'm looking for minty geranium. I'm looking for whipped cream and cotton candy. These are all the things that I get from Care Pistachio that make me just love it. It's a fun fragrance. I don't wear it all the time, but I spray the shit on my hand and just sniff it often. It's a fun fragrance. I'm looking for the same things out of this. That's what it's got. That's the shoes it's got to fill. It's a little spicier and richer. Like it smells thicker. It's not as airy. It's not as vibrant. It's a thicker smell. Oh, good. Yeah. So the purple flags are gone. So it's jellyfish mating season for those of you that were wondering. That's why he's saying that. I told him as long as there's no double red flags, because that's where the dumbasses go to die in the riptides. It's a double red flag. Don't go in the fucking water. Purple flag, marine life. Ross ain't going in the water. So that's what we were talking about the other day for those of you that need context on why he's bringing that up. It's called Death Beach because people come on vacation like, I'm on vacation. I don't care if it's double red flag. And they drown. It's riptide everywhere. So if you ever come to Panama City Beach and there's double red flags, don't be a dumbass because it could be your last vacation. Like it's hard for me to be sad when all these, because it's like they're telling you, you're going to die. Don't go in the water. And they go. It's crazy to me. It's like willingly going unalive yourself. It's crazy. Craziness. Sorry to get off topic. He brought the flags up. It's like that blows my mind. It's every summer. I've been here for 2 summers so far. It's every summer. We could call Death Beach when it's double red flag and Riptide. Don't go in the water. So it's kind of what and what. I'm super familiar with Care Pistachio. They are what and what. This is going to be difficult. I mean, 9 out of 10, I can tell you right now, it smells exactly the same to me. Just a little thicker. 9 out of 10, because that's how I feel about Care Pistachio. They're outstanding. I'm sure the KLE fragrances, if the clones are a 9, the original's at least a 9.5, because it's going to be better. The original's going to be better quality, you know, and better blended and so on. I get that minty tone. I don't get as much booze because there's this, I believe it's a white rum or something like that that's in the top. I get the cotton candy. I get all the fun stuff. I get the mintiness. I get the pistachios and the creaminess. And this is good. It is good. But if you have Care Pistachio, don't waste your money. Ridiculous redundancy. It's just crazy redundant. Like beyond getting multiple Aventus clones type of, like it's beyond that level of redundance. I get a little bit of vanilla coming through early though. That's subtle. I'm noticing a few things that's a little different. I'm going to have to really do a side-by-side. I got to do a full wearing here, and then I got to test them side by side, and then we got to film a video and again do them side by side in the video, because it's going to be hard to really break it down because it smells great. If you like this profile, you're going to like both of them. So it comes down to which one do you spend the money on if you got to blind buy both of them, right? You're going to take my word for it anyways. This is one I'm going to have to get serious on. We're going to have to get serious and break this down. It's really good. Let's see. I believe Parfumo has the notes on it. I believe they do. They do. Well, they have a profile anyway. Pistachio, hazelnut, black currant bud. So it is not the same note breakdown. Jasmine, lactone, lily of the valley, raspberry, lactone again, tonka bean, vanilla. I get mintiness. I get cotton candy. I get all the same smells of Care Pistachio. Do they have anything Paris Corner here? Apparently not. Well, so much for that. People are rating it high. 8.2 out of 10, 114 ratings. Let me do a little side-by-side for you. So here's Care Pistachio. And the notes here are Italian bergamot, pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum. That's what it is. Cardamom, geranium, white peony, nougat, jasmine, raspberry, white peach, pear, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, Turkish delight accord, cocoa, cedarwood, sandalwood, tonka. But they smell pretty much the same. Only I get more vanilla here. I definitely get more vanilla. I don't get the booze, so it might be completely omitted. They're not listing it. Clearly omitted. But I get a lot more. I still get the mintiness. And it's the geranium in Care Pistachio that's doing that. I don't know what to attribute it to here, but I get minty. I still get that cotton candy-like smell, but I get a creamy vanilla as well. So there's a little subtle difference, but out in the air, probably identical. Up close to skin, that's where you got to find the differences. But if I walk by you one day wearing one, walk by you the next day wearing the other, you'll thought I wore the same fragrance 2 days in a row. No way you're going to tell me, oh, that's different today. That's I smell a little bit more vanilla today. You bullshit. That's not going to happen. That's not reality. I don't think you can walk by a master perfumer in that scenario 2 days in a row and they're going to pick the difference up. That's how redundant these fragrances are. But I think it's a 9 out of 10 if you like this kind of stuff. I'm not a gourmand guy, but certain ones just really liven up my mood. As you can see, my energy really picked up sniffing this one, in my goofiness and everything, because it's a fun fragrance. It brings that energy out of me. This is definitely worthy of a pickup. If you don't have Care Pistachio, it's hard to say which is better. I mean, it's just a dice roll until further notice. This lacks the booze, and this is more vanilla, is what I can tell you is the differences I find from Care Pistachio. It's good. It's good. It's really good. 9 out of 10, really good. Now that it's settling, though, I'm thinking Care Pistachio's got a little more going on. And I'm thinking it's a little bit better because I got plenty of experience with that one. I don't need to go run grab it, but I will do side-by-side comparisons for the video for sure, leading into it, and even in the video. But high-level redundancy, but I want to say the Paris Corner one's a little better. A little bit. You're good either way, though. It's drying up a bit. It's so good, though. Yeah, I'm going with 9 out of 10. I'm sticking to my guns here. I think it's outstanding for what it is. If you like this kind of stuff, it's very, very well done. Rack store rattlesnake sighting. Say what now? Things that smell extremely close to other, obviously close to other things. That's what I consider. What happened? Oh, that was random. Are you saying that because Stone Cologne's here? Ken? Austin, good to see you, sir. Gonna have to catch the playback. In-laws are in town, so we're hanging out with them. Send a day. Blue Talisman. Hell yeah, it's growing on me, but nothing too crazy. It is good. It is good. I just don't feel like I need a bottle. Enjoy time with the in-laws, man. Clones and cheapies sound cheap. It's only $30 to $50 until you realize that you buy 20 of them. Trying to find gems, you could get 5 real fragrances and actually that's. And I knew my man here was going to jump in on that. We were talking about it the other day. He fell into the clone trap. Now he don't do that. His wife can pick a clone out of a lineup of fragrances. She don't like the cheap smelling stuff, and some clones do smell cheap. You know, especially when you smell the original. It's like, oh shit, that's the cheap version. Some of them are really good though. Got burned multiple times. Look, there's a lot of. I'm enjoying the hell out of this clear clone. There's clones I enjoy. I always recommend getting the original. You know, that's always the way to go. Support the original art. These are ripoffs. They're ripping off the perfumers. It's a ripoff. It's what it is. It's like getting a fake Gucci wallet. Getting you a Fucci wallet. You excited to have that fake Gucci wallet? Or would you rather have the actual Gucci wallet? You go, oh, but man, that's hundreds of, it's $200 for a wallet. Leather quality is different. The print's more on point. The stitching's on. You see where I'm going with this? So it's the truth. It's the truth. You're going to pay a premium for the real deal. It is considered. It is considered. Most people say that. I don't know what you're talking about. Atmospheric atmosphere. And since you say Western designer house, that means you're on the East. You're in the Asian continent over there somewhere, since you bring up Western designer house, because people in the West don't say Western. So I'm assuming you're on the other side. Cool Water Parfum does not smell just like Sauvage or Prada Carbon. I don't care what anybody says. It is lemon and pink pepper and vetiver. It is not the same fragrance. There's relation, but they are not the same. You can't put them side by side and tell me they smell the same. I'm going to call you fucking crazy if you tell me they're the same. And this goes for any human, not just you, sir. Now it's got differences though. It's aquatic. That's the thing. It's got this saltwater accord going for it. He clones himself. Well, that's what it is. It's the inspiration in the DNA. Yeah, that's a fair assessment right there. It's a very fair assessment, my man. Because there's some obvious examples, and that's an obvious example. Kind of. Grapefruit and sage is known as watered down, cool water intense, and they do smell pretty similar, but I wouldn't call it watered down because grapefruit and sage is like really strong. Intense is just a monster. That's why it's called watered down, I guess. Let's see. Terre de Maison Givre, another one wearing Terre de Maison Givre. Great choice. Gucci Guilty Elixir. I've only smelled it once. I have a carded sample around here somewhere. A little bit of an iris type of theme to it. It didn't compel me to need it. That's why I haven't added it to my collection. I have several Gucci Guilty fragrances. I just never grabbed it because it didn't make, believe it or not, the iris flanker, one of the two, because Gucci Guilty is an iris flanker, and I prefer it. It's a very clean, woodsy iris. Love it. Let's see. many fragrances would you say is a decent amount for a fragrance? I would say when you get to 20, that's a big collection. 20 is a big collection. Nobody needs that more than that. Nobody needs 20. That's ridiculous. What I got on the desk is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, plus the one I haven't opened yet. 41, not counting decants and shit all over the desk, but 41 bottles are currently on this desk. That's a huge collection, in my opinion. Just what's in rotation and testing around me right now, not counting what's on all the shelves and stuff. So when you get to 20, that's a big ass collection, in my opinion. Don't feel, because you get into it as a hobby and the joy of wanting to try different things, never feel like you got to keep up with the Joneses, as the saying goes, and feel like you have to buy stuff. Like, let's use me and you together as an example. Let's just say I'm your favorite content creator. I'm not saying I am. This is an example. Let's say you watched 3 videos 3 days in a row, and let's say all 3 of them had 10 to 15 fragrances, and there's 5 or 6 fragrances that really sounded exciting to you in each video. Now you're wanting to buy 15 fragrances. No, don't. Don't do that. Just because I really enjoy something, or you can see the excitement that I get when I talk about it, does not mean you have to buy it. If it sounds that interesting, try to find a way to get a decant. Search online. Please do not overload yourself with bottles that are going to collect dust. Please do not do that. It is there's monetary gain involved in this with ad revenue and things. These are write-offs for me. It's a different scenario for me. You always got to have new stuff, try new stuff, be current, all these different things. It's a different world for me with this than it is for you. So that's why my advice is not what I do. It's not monkey see, monkey do. I do not encourage doing what I do as far as purchasing. There's a reason I buy so many fragrances. I know it's tangential and a little bit of a rant, but I try my best to steer people in the best direction I can, because I don't want people to think I'm just trying to get you to buy everything in the world, because that is so far from the truth. Please don't overload yourself with fragrances. It's fun. It sounds exciting, but it's a temporary high. Fragrance hauls are a temporary high, and you're going to want to buy more fragrances to get that high again. So don't get caught in it. Don't get caught up in it, my man. 20 is a lot. Back to the original answer. Cedrat Boisé, a phenomenal fragrance. Indeed, Nosy, indeed. I'm assuming you're asking about Cedrat Boisé, and because it depends on your climate. If you're in a overall hot, humid climate most of the year, the original. If you have a real winter, like you can wear a hoodie for 3 months straight, the Intense is the better fragrance. It is indeed. It is indeed. I do like it. I do think I'm leaning Paris Corner a little bit here, but Affection's good, man. It's really good. I don't know, because I've never smelled the original. It might be. I don't know. I just judge it as an individual. There you go. Miles Brown, Highness. It's better than it. Yeah, Vintage Radio is a little corny, the way the bottle is. They could have did so much more with that one. Coach Keith, good to see you, sir. Tarothi Blue, great choice. You can't go wrong there. That is Juicy Apple or whatever. Let's see. Eden Juicy Apple. It's this one. Body Al Oud Sublime is cloning this. It's phenomenal. I've never smelled the original, but Lattafa's version. So this has got to be amazing. If the Lattafa's that good to me, this has got to be amazing. You'll always hear me say that. If I'm really into a clone, I'm like, I have to try the original at some point, because if I like the clone this much, the original's always going to be better, especially with niche. The original's always going to be better. All right, so I'm going to scroll down. So when I'm doing a first impressions, you want me to spray around my neck all 3 of these fragrances, even though I'm wearing something already? Beanstalk you. What? Are you talking to somebody else? Because I see you saying other things. So before I say something really fucking smart ass to you and you hate me, I'm going to assume you're not saying that to me because it's the really dumb question. If so, because I'm not about to be like, let's test this one and do that. And then move on to the next one and go, now let's test this one. That's stupid. I'm not going to do that because that's what it seems like you're saying. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and tell me I'm wrong, and I can take it to be told I'm wrong. But I'm assuming I'm more hoping that's not what you meant, because that's wild if that's what you meant. Yeah, we're testing. We're doing first impressions. It's going to be one little spritz. You know what I mean? I'm wearing something already. I'm not going to just douse myself in everything as we're going through it. So supposedly this is similar to Royal Oud. I've only smelled Royal Oud once and I just don't remember it. Yes. Last year was worse. They nicknamed it Death Beach. Yeah, it's wild. They warn you that the riptides, if you look at aerial views, you can just see the riptides all going down the beach. Or like people that are staying in the condos, the high rises and stuff on the beach, they can look at all the riptides. But all you have to do is look at drone footage or helicopter footage or anything, or people filming from their balconies. You see riptides everywhere. And there's double red flags all going down the beach. Danger, danger, do not go. And people go. And that's the mentality. I'm on vacation. Gonna be your last vacation. It's hard to feel bad for people that do. That's pure stupidity. You have been warned that it is not safe. It's life threatening, and they go anyway. And a lot of people unalive from it. It's bad move. That's why I encourage. You see double red flag, you see purple flag. Don't be stupid. Stay your ass in the sand. You see purple flag, don't even go knee deep in the water. You can go ankle deep, but don't go knee deep. You might come back a little stung up. Somebody gonna need to pee on your feet. Okay. So I enjoy fun fragrances, as do I. My man, good to see you. Rift Celestial Turquoise, an Imagination clone. Tonight, Bahara King. A lot of people have been asking me about Bahara King. And the big year with Michael Thomas going. I got to cut Michael Thomas. I drafted him as a rookie. I've been having him his whole career. Took long enough. Hey, man, my apologies. I can't get to everything right away. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to skip down a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a reason those flags. If you're going to go to a beach, know what the flags are about, because there's a reason they're there. They're there for your own safety. Yellow flag, that's the best time to go out in the water. It's a little rough. It's enjoyable. It's fun. There's some waves that are white capping a little bit, but they're not crazy. Red flag, don't let the kids in the water. You can be a little bold. If you're a good swimmer, you're a strong swimmer, yeah, you go out in there, red flag. If it looks doable, yeah, don't let the kids go. Double red flag, nobody, no one, no matter how strong of a swimmer, don't do it. I do like, I think overall I like Care Pistachio better. I do. My brother smelled Care Pistachio and he bought a bottle the other night. I haven't seen him have that reaction like that from a fragrance before. Great. Yeah, it's a great performer. This is really strong too, though. I got to say. They actually have 3 of them. One that's super fruity like Starburst. The pink bottle, Fusion, Care Fusion, it's like Starburst. It's like they put that in a bottle. So it may be. I just don't remember Royal Oud. Yeah, grapefruit and sage definitely isn't a weak fragrance. Yeah, 8-hour workday easy. It's 8+ hours easy. Good 2 hours of strong projection too. Grapefruit and sage is underappreciated from the house. I think it's even more wearable for a daily wear scenario, just to grab and go every day, than the Intense. I think the Intense is a little too much in certain situations. Angry Tomato, my man, Ambre Calabria from Nishane. Excellent choice. Good to see you. All good. All good. I have about 500, but I'm a collector and it's my passion. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't know when people ask me these things, so I have to assume newer to the collecting thing, and I try to detour from having a collection your size or my size, because it's not the best move. You know, your shit sits around and doesn't get sprayed, just like mine does. But we can't help ourselves. We like variety. If you have a collection like his on up, you like variety in your fragrances. You can't help yourself. So I understand that I'm the same exact way, but I still don't encourage it. I still don't encourage it. So I am the first person on YouTube to feature day 3 fragrances. I'm the first on YouTube. I've had Mike on, the owner and perfumer, 3 times on a live stream. I've done a few launches for new releases for him. I'm very familiar, is the point. Yes, I'm very familiar. It's a phenomenal house. I can't say enough good things about their creations. I have many pieces of content, a lot of live stream content for sure, on day 3 fragrances. My favorites are Bunny, Escandalo, and La Tacita de Café, Downtown Deja Vu. I still need to try it because the clones are amazing. And if the clones are that good, the original is always better. I stand by that. Kathy, we're just happy to have you. We're just happy to have you here. At least not from Asia, Europe, but not Western. Well, not in the West. I maybe didn't get the exact continent right. But yeah, Europe. So you have the taste for the fine fragrances in the European market. Kind of certain spots in Europe, Italy, France, for example, kind of the mecca of the perfume world, if you will. So also, only if you have play money. Do not go broke. Yes, do not put fragrances on credit cards. Do not do it, people. Do not do it. The addiction is indeed real. I feel your pain. Close up scene 1-to-1 Afro leather to African leather from Memo. I'll send you one. Well, I appreciate that, Kaylin. So next week we're going to be diving back into. So I got the ones from Randy right here, and then I got more of those Lorenzo Pizzaglias right here, where we're going to do Cherry Ink and a few others. We're going to do that next week. I'm going to do the Habit Rouges from Randy. There's going to be the ones I'm going to do from his pile, and I'm going to do a few more, including Cherry Ink from your pile. Next week, we're going to do another one of those live streams. Monday, I'm doing the Sauvage and Sauvage Eau Forte First Impression on here, as well as Gentleman Society Extreme. And I mean, I have the Mugler. I might as well do all 3, right? Just got Trey Nui by Armand. I'm excited. That's actually a really good clone of Green Irish Tweed. It's really good. Any cleaners, processes you use on your shoes? All white foam. So I try my best to not get them dirty, first and foremost. But no, just Magic Eraser or a Lysol wipe, Clorox wipe, whatever. It depends on the foam's material. Like a Boost foam, they're fine with Lysol wipes. I've been doing it for years. Clean Boost foam all day long with that. EVA, I prefer to use Magic Eraser. EVA foam, basic EVA. Cushlan, just soap and water. And this is just stuff I've tried where it didn't really affect the foam. That's why I'm saying these specific things for these certain foams. It's funny that you bring up New Balance. Neon Nights Pack 1906. Did the video this morning. I was like, I'm wearing these to the gym today. Oh, yeah. Look at this toe. Look at that money shot. Look at that toe down view. It's a loud ass shoe right here, boy. I have all 4 from this pack, and the 1906 is the best one. I'm a New Balance guy. For those of you that are subscribed to TLTG Kicks, I have so much New Balance content I haven't even come close to getting to yet. It's unbelievable. I'm so backed up on content on that channel. I got enough new sneakers in my collection to take me through the rest of the year if I do 1 to 2 sneaker reviews a day the rest of the year. I got enough to get me to the end of the year without getting any new releases. And that's not counting stuff that is still crispy that I've been having that's in the closets that I haven't done content on. So I got plenty. Looking for a good fall cheap men's fragrance. Man, it's hard to not recommend. So I hate to recommend a clone. We were just talking about not going the clone route. But what it's cloning is discontinued. It's the perfect fall fragrance, in my opinion. It screams fall. And resellers are making it ridiculous to buy it. It's a clone of 1 Million Privé. It's Pandora Scents Milano Privé. It's a Paris Corner fragrance. It is 1 Million Privé in a different bottle because they're both synthetic designers. It's pretty much the same, performs the same, sweet ambery tobacco, cinnamon spice, A lot of argument for being the greatest 1 million flanker ever. A lot of people will argue that. It's one of the best designer fall fragrances ever. I wouldn't recommend going spend the $200 they're commanding on eBay. Go spend the $30, 26, 30, whatever it is. I think it's like 26 now for the Paris Corner one, Milano Privé. Paul, good to see you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just signs they put up: strong current, shore break, riptide, jellyfish, etc. If all those are out, stay out the water. Hell yeah. So let me scroll down to the bottom because we got one more fragrance to get into. Well, I haven't tried the Brilliant Game. I only have the game. The game's amazing. The game's kind of like Provolone mixed with Armani Code. That's how I've always viewed that one. Sounds great, doesn't it? Because it is. But the Brilliant Game I have never tried, so I don't know. All right. Surprised you didn't mention that one. You love Iris. Well, I don't love every single Iris fragrance as my favorite of the house. You know, I just talked about Gucci Guilty Elixir. That's the Iris, the main Iris fragrance of the line, and I was like, I don't need it. Been a while for you, yes, sir. Good to see you. Boss Magnetic or Ambassador? Ooh, Ambassador's gonna be something you can rock every day. Magnetic's gonna be fall and winter. So that's what it comes down to. Do you want something seasonal? Do you want something to wear all the time? That's gonna get a lot of compliments. High compliment factor. I can't guarantee nothing. No fragrance can, or content creator that guarantees you compliments. They're just talking shit because nothing's a guarantee. But probability is real high with Ambassador. So I would probably say that. Rejuvenator. I've never used Rejuvenator. I'm very familiar with it. I've never used it, though. Yeah, these are dope, right? Well, in 1906, it is a running shoe. It's a hybrid shoe of a couple different, the same base. So the 2002, the 1906, and the 860 all have the same midsole and outsole. They got a few hybrid shoes. I actually prefer the 2002. I have the Protection Pack Mule 1906s that I haven't. I've been wanting to wear them, man, and I hold off till I do the videos because I want to keep them clean and crispy to do the videos. Like there's tons of stuff I want to wear that's behind me that I haven't put on my feet yet because I haven't had time to do the videos yet. So like I've been having the UNC Jordan 6s and the Hair 6s for months now. Been wanting to wear the UNC ones for sure. I got a few pairs of retro 7s of the Cardinal 7s and the Chambray 7s. They've just been sitting there for months. Just haven't gotten around to them yet. We just talked about that. Absolute Ventus, perfectly fine to clone because Creed did the same. Their fans, overpriced limited edition. New sneaks last week, still in the box. Scared to wear them. Get them dirty. Oh man, you gotta wear your sneakers. Wear your fragrances. Wear your sneakers. Same thing. Wear your shit. I used to baby certain sneakers and they fall apart. They'll fall apart if you don't wear. Now, obviously, you're not going to have them sitting for 15, 20 years, but wear your stuff, man. Saucony. I need to get some. I haven't had a pair of Sauconys in years, man. Ooh. So I'm not going to pick a designer over Grand Soir. I'm just not. It's one of the greatest amber vanillas of all time. It is so intoxicating. The sillage is immense. It lingers. It will subtly fill a room, just quietly, slowly fill the airspace and stay there long after you leave the room. It's so intoxicating. MFK Grand Soir, hands down, not even close. So we made it to the bottom. Let's get into this last one, shall we? So this was a Joel's Matrix pick, which I don't recall seeing Joel, so he's going to have to catch the replay, I guess. We have Parfum d'Empire. I believe is how you say that. D'Empire. Ambre Russe. I want to say this was like a smoky resin fragrance. Was how he sold me on it. It's a 50 ml. It was like $69. Nothing crazy expensive. Cylinder style bottle. I've never tried anything from the house. Pretty good build. Nope. Heavy plastic fill, but it actually feels like quality. There's some heft to this. All right. Let's spray the lime. Ooh, really, really good atomizer. Ooh. Very benzoin dominant. A lot of benzoin. Speaking of amber and smoke. Ooh. Woohoo. Joel strikes again. Every time I bought something Joel's Matrix recommended, it's been a banger. Gotta give Joel his credit here. Soft live stream clap for Joel, everyone. It's a little familiar. What is that similar to? Quality stuff, though. This is affordable niche. This is definitely a niche fragrance. Smoky resinous, a little animalic. Like there's a darker musk, an edgier musk to it. A lot of benzoin and smoke, though. Captivating. Whoops. Let's see. Came out in 05. 7.9 out of 10. You just call it an 8. 343 rating. Spicy, leathery, oriental, resinous, sweet. Ambergris vodka. Really? Cinnamon, frankincense, musk, coriander, Russian leather, tea, champagne, birchwood, cade, juniper wood. So a lot of smoke. That makes sense. Birchwood and frankincense. A lot of smoke. Vodka, huh? It doesn't really smell boozy. I can kind of get that. There's this dry, leathery facet. I'm assuming this Russian leather accord. Nice and like aromatic and bright. The champagne accord's probably helping to champagne and vodka is probably helping to give that lift. Musky, so ambergris, and the darkness has got to be the birchwood making the musk on the darker side. The birchwood, that's gonna give that taric feel a bit more than something like a frankincense. Frankincense is more like an airy smokiness, burning incense, you know, not the same as birch. Birch is taric. This is really good. This is cool weather. This is semi-formal. Not the most casual fragrance out there. It's good, though. Strong, too. This is like 3 sprays and you're good. You are good. Nice and leathery. And it almost smells like a tobacco-like smokiness. And I don't see anything to attribute that to tobacco smell, but I do get a little bit of a dry, smoky tobacco smell, a little bit. It's a dry fragrance. You would think it wouldn't be with stuff like champagne and vodka. Lacks sweetness. It says sweet. I don't get sweet. You tell me what's sweet out of this. Look at that list. I don't get sweet. I get dry. I get animalic. I get very dark and smoky musk. And a little bit of spice. It's pretty much what I get here. It's pretty damn nice. What are they saying it's similar to? Never tried it, 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 never tried it. Ambre Sultan, really? Vodka on the rocks, I actually haven't tried from Killian. Yeah, I haven't tried any of these. So I don't know. Remind me of tobacco oud, so I'm not the only one that smells tobacco. It ain't just me. Tobacco oud intense. I believe it's animalic enough for my taste with a boozy tobacco vibe. So this dude, whoever he is, smells tobacco. A Drunk Amber Absolute by Tom Ford. It's amazing. A true niche gem. The price is amazing for what you get. Spicy, warm, slightly boozy at times. Slightly gourmand. Very elegant. Very nice. There's something to be said for creating in a common field with such expertise and deceptive ease. This is a definitive amber. A lot of praise here. It's a very strange. It reminds me of bits of many other parfums. It's familiar. I agree. Again, very artistic parfum from the house. I might keep this one. To and on me, this is musk, ambergris, booze, spice floating around, leather incense supporting, classy, slightly animalic. So a lot of people saying the same things. We get from new samples. Seems quite far from huge amber, as from Turn's 2008 review. Perfume that feels like it's from the old school. Very good, beautiful amber after a light, smoky introduction for a special occasion. I agree with pretty much everything here. Initially juicy and aromatic spicy booze, a smooth, creamy, oriental, spicy, sweet winter fragrance on a warm, musky, spicy, leathery base. So that's enough. As you can see, people like this shit. It's not just me with the tobacco, though. They don't list tobacco, but there's this dry tobacco smell going on. It is really good. Joel, thank you. 9 out of 10. Outstanding. Great recommendation. On par with the recommendation of Chopard's Cedar Malaki, which I fell in love with. I recommend often. Can't wait till fall to wear that one again. Cedar Malaki is amazing. That was a Joel's Matrix recommendation in the live stream where I bought fragrances that the audience was suggesting. Just like this. Joel strikes again. Ambre Russe. Amazing. 9 out of 10. We got 2 9 out of 10s and an 8.5. And the most expensive thing was this for $69. We got 69, 61, and I think like 36. Like $150 fragrance haul. Very diverse collection of fragrances right here. All offer something different. Now, these, I would say, work in the same scenario, but they're different profiles. They're both smoky, but they're different smoky fragrances. Very different. It's very green. Very, very green, just like color. And this is very leathery and oriental. Really good, though. Thank you to everyone with the recommendations. I'm super happy with my purchases here. You're all a bunch of rock stars. It's not just me that can recommend a good fragrance. You guys can, too. Hugo Boss Scent Absolute. That's a beautiful. All of them are good, man. Powdery fragrance. Excited to use this winter. Hope everyone's doing well and smelling good. I heard it's sold out already. Yeah, definitely Grand Soir. I wonder if I meet you a day, what you would smell like. I don't know. You never know. Most of the time, I'm not wearing something crazy strong. You got to get within a few feet to smell me most of the time. I do wear strong stuff, but it depends on where I'm going. I'm very situationally aware. I wear appropriate fragrances for my setting. Nah, that's way more. That's a different type of amber. Some similarity, but nah. I'd say they're further apart. Let's see. I might have to grab that one because blue and green are amazing. I still think blue's better because it's more wearable. It's aquatic, but powdery and green and a little fresh spicy. It's great everyday wear. I keep eyeballing it. I need to wear it. It's right there. I'm looking at it. Keep eyeballing it every time I'm in that area, and I keep forgetting to wear it. It's really good. So we're hour 18 in. We'll hang for another 12 minutes. Anybody got anything specific? Let's click this refresh button. We got 126 hanging with us. We dropped a few off, but no big deal. The business is out the way. We got 99 likes. Can we get one like? Can a brother get one? Anybody? Can a brother get one like? Let's get that well-rounded 100 likes before we shut this bad boy down. If you don't mind. Great house, man. Amber. I've heard Amber Sultan's really good. Ambre Sultan. Not Amber Sultan. But Chergy and 5 o'clock au ginger ombre. Especially 5 o'clock au ginger ombre. That's still my favorite ginger fragrance. When the cool weather rolls around, it'll make its way in the rotation once or twice. But if you had to pick one from the house, Le Beau Paradise Garden or Le Male Elixir, that's an interesting this or that. Huh. Based on where I live, Paradise Garden is the one that makes sense because I don't have a lot of situations to wear Le Male Elixir. I'll never go through my 75 ml. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. But Paradise Garden is the better choice here for me. It'll be more enjoyable. I have more opportunity to wear it. Paradise Garden. It's kind of the obvious choice for me. Yes, I have a review kind of giving a very average review on it because it's very average. I don't care for it that much. Ooh, XX Indigo's great, though. I'm a big fan of that one. Ultra Red Man's good stuff, man. Yeah, smells very much like Ultra Zest. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, it's not time for that. Not today. Quick question. Have you heard any updates on the 4-ounce release of Cocoa next year? That's the update. We gave an update not that long ago. Last time I had him on. Because immediately everybody asked him as soon as he came on. Next year. He apologized. It's not going to be able to happen this year. Next year. He's opening France this month coming in September. But he'll be in France beginning of September. He's going to be traveling a lot next month. Plus, he got Seraphim Red launching. I don't know. I know what juniper smells like, but specifically Cade, I don't know. No worries. I assumed you were there because you're here most of the time. That's why I assumed you were there. You're usually here. Just received Spectra Malachite. Smells good. I think it's going to need some maceration, though. Well, maybe so. Seems like a lot of people have been buying it. I might have to check it out. Is that something y'all feel like I need to review? See if Fragrance Buys got it. They do not. Sold out currently. That's okay. I'll get another time. They already restocked more stuff. Damn. All right, then. They've been restocking a lot the last week or so. Like every day they've been restocking different stuff. Fragrance Buy. No worries. Like I said, I was just assuming you were here because you're usually here. So no apologies necessary, man. You make it when you make it. You know, no big deal. I heard it's good. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about picking it up. I'm not even familiar with what it's a clone of. I mean, it's Lattafa. I doubt it's an original. They do have some originals, but I'm pretty sure it's a clone. I have no idea what it's cloning. See if it comes up. It did not come up on Parfum. Well, for what's coming after Red, I would highly encourage saving up. It's going to be expensive if you really want it. And it's so limited, they're literally numbered. Yeah. Histories de Parfums. I have not smelled that. Yeah, the first Privé release, it's expensive. God of Fire. What about God of Fire? Oh, it's cloning God of Fire. Thank you, Sven. Took me a second. I was like, why is he saying God of Fire? Just randomly. Because that's what the Lattafa's cloning. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we lost some more because it's just random chat. Because I'm at the bottom. So it's as you comment, I'm responding to whoever comments, you know. So we'll hang out for a few more minutes. We're an hour 23. We'll get to an hour and a half and we'll shut it down, you know, for the weekend. We'll be back on Monday with Mugler cologne come together. I want to compare it to Terry Mugler cologne that I have. And then we got Gentleman's Society Extreme and Sauvage Eau Forte. I'm very, very excited. Sir Siage Sniffington, we have a real live chat celebrity here, ladies and gentlemen. Does it feel good or does it feel good to not feel like death anymore after finishing prep? Yes and no. Because the body dysmorphia is like crazy. I know I'm not fat, but I feel like I'm fat, and I'm not fat. So I bet that first meal at the show, no, it wasn't. I actually felt like shit after. I felt terrible eating like that. Had I not kind of overdid the candy the first week, I'd still be pretty shredded. I'm lean, but I would still be pretty shredded the way I've been eating overall because I eat super clean. I don't really eat, like I haven't had sugars. Like a sugary, snacky food, you know, other than the sugar and peanut butter. I eat rice and the sugar and blueberries. I eat blueberries and peanut butter. That's where my sugars come from. I eat oats and jasmine rice. That's where all my carbs come from. I literally had 130 grams of filet a little while ago with 200 grams of rice that was jasmine rice that was fried in the steak juice with an onion my wife cut up and cooked it in. It was amazing. We had that yesterday too. And I also had a Premier Protein, 30-gram protein just to hold me off because I didn't have as much steak as I wanted for protein. So I threw back a Premier Protein drink. And then in a little bit, I'm going to have 220 grams of 97% lean ground turkey with 140 grams of jasmine rice and some sugar-free teriyaki sauce. So even though I'm bulking, I'm still eating super clean. And to eat super clean while trying to bulk means it's hell to get the calories that you need to be in a surplus. So I'm just in a minor surplus every day. The peanut butter helps me get a couple hundred into the surplus because to counter the calories I burn training, the calories I burn doing cardio, I've made myself get down to 40 minutes. I'm trying to work my way down to 30 minutes of cardio. Psychologically, I'm stopping myself from getting down to. I was still doing an hour of cardio fasted every morning up until a week ago. It's not a bad thing. It's just harder to gain weight when you're burning 700 calories fasted to start your day every freaking day, 7 days a week. It's just the psychological. I'm still mentally in prep because I don't want to get fat. I want to gain muscle, and I am. I'm 197 pounds. I was 172 on stage. I'm 197 pounds. I've put on 25 pounds. And a good bit of it's lean muscle, but a lot of it's water and a little bit of it's fat. It's just a psychological, because this is my first time coming from this scenario where I have a new base trying to build muscle, where I literally had an 8-pack and obliques showing, to now I'm trying to build muscle. Never in my life was I in that situation before this. So it's new to me. So it's like mentally, I don't want to have as much to cut next time. I want to have a better cut next go around, which was the plan. That was literally the plan put in place with my coach. I've rebounded very well, you know. I mean, you can see it in my face. I'm still lean. I still have veins and stuff all over the place, and I'm still lean. I'm just not shredded. But I feel like I'm fat. I'm not fat. I know I'm not fat, but I'm fat. Yeah. But thank you for asking. Ooh, what a good choice, Darren. What a good choice. I have not. I've heard good stuff. Arrive back home. Well, you know, in a month you can smell it when you get home. I have not. I have not. Scandalo's phenomenal. Dear heavens, day 3 is just banger after banger. Yeah. Mike only creates bangers. Noted. How many? I need to do that video too. I got the Lacoste fragrances lined up. Then I got to do Ralph Lauren, and then I'll probably do Issey Miyake. It's in the range of 20. In the range of 20. My Issey Miyake's are right over there. Like where the plaque is, like literally straight back behind it on the shelf. Red leather is really good. It's like a blend of bright leather and spicy leather plus iris. I don't know if you've tried bright leather and spicy leather. It's like if you take those two and add iris, you get red leather. Iris. I don't know why I said Irish. Iris. Add that to those, you get red leather. Not really. Just whatever calms you and soothes you and relaxes you. What does that for me might not do that for you. I wear random stuff. Usually just cheap, fresh stuff most of the time. I know for a while now, actually. Kind of weird. Star Walker, there you go, because of that T-note and bamboo and all that. Signature Citrine gets worn a lot for me. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be. As long as I have in the teens, as long as I clip like 13, I'll do it. When I got like 9 of something, that's pointless. Or if I have 10, it's like it's the only 10, you know? Whereas if I have a few more than 10, it's like, all right, now we're working with something here. Late to the party, that's okay. Good to see you. Speaking of red leather, great to see you, Marty. Well, thank you. Yeah, PHAT. Sounds like your main gaining. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hear his voice when you say it. It's like nails on a chalkboard. He's so annoying. I know he's not a bad dude. He's just his voice. It's almost like the Gilbert Gottfried of fitness. The voice that's just, you know, tiny bulk when building muscle. Glad you're not doing all. No, hell no. Hell no. I was not. I'm not trying to have puffy moon face and bloat and all that stuff. I'm trying to, you know, not fill with as much water retention. That's why I'm very mindful of the carbs that I take in. Holy smoke, 20. Oh, what? How much weight I've gained? Over 20. 25 pounds? Yeah. Bright leather is amazing. She's not in the florals. A men's fragrance. And I'm serious. If she's not in the florals, that's going to eliminate 90% of women's fragrances. Almost all of them are prominently featuring florals for the most part. So at some point, they have a featured floral. So no, I do not. If she does not like florals, a men's fragrance. Something that's not too masculine. I'm dead serious. Try something woody aromatic. Get her testing stuff. Don't just buy her some random shit. Find out what she likes. You clearly know what she doesn't like. I mean, you could go fresh, go citrus based. Everybody likes citrus. A citrus musk, a woody citrus fragrance. Something like that. Because, yeah, if she doesn't like florals, again, that eliminates like 90% of women's fragrances. Creed Original Santal is amazing. Great choice. Immediately, it's not just grapefruit. The openings aren't identical. There's more bergamot in Italian Love. They're not identical openings, and there's a lot of patchouli. Whereas Forever is like all grapefruit. Yes. Yes. Sound kind of like my brother. He came off prep recently and fell off the wagon on holiday. Now he's convinced he's morbidly obese despite the fact that he's still like 10%. I'm like 14%. That's what I'm saying. Like, I still have 6 of the 8. Like I'm literally laughing, feeling ripples on my abs right now. Like, I'm not fat, but I'm fat. You know what I mean? I feel it. Like where my loose skin has some water retention. So it's like, it's still not fat, but mentally to me, it's like I'm fat. It's wild, man. Follow my fitness IG page, and you'll see my post while I'm at the gym and stuff. Be like, that dude thinks he's fat. Totally not. Totally not. Like, watch. Let me show you something. Literally today. Let me just show you today. That's today. That's with a pump today. I'm not fat. not at all. But I feel like I am. Where's the last time I was pumped up? Because obviously I want to show you with a pump versus, no pump right now. I have no pump. Where is it at? Right here. My abs look like that, and I feel like I'm fat. Body dysmorphia. It is a real thing. It's part of bodybuilding. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Anybody that you know that's a bodybuilder that tells you they don't have body dysmorphia is lying to you because they're just out loud lying to their self. You're just included in the conversation. Because, yeah, it's a thing. It's definitely a fucking thing. It sucks. It sucks. When I wasn't in shape, I was less insecure about being fat than I am with abs. It's weird. It's weird. Like I am, but I'm not. Like I'm confidently, flexing, wearing stringer tank tops and showing my abs and shit. But at the same time, I'm like, I could be better. It's psychological. It's a psychological issue. It really is. That's what I'm saying. It eliminates most women's fragrances. And my wife loves florals. Thank God. Fruity florals, that's her favorite profiles. Instant Crush, still based around jasmine. If you're recommending that to him, that's still based around jasmine. There's a lot of jasmine. Your heart's in the right place, Kathy, but it's a phenomenal fragrance. But no, that's still too floral. If she doesn't like florals, that's a lot of jasmine. I don't know if you're talking to me. The Tribal Reviewer. There we go. I like that. Thank you. Do you mean lower back? Because that's hell. You got to lose belly fat. It comes down a bit. That's the last thing to go is midsection. That is the last thing to go. You got to lose it everywhere else first before you're really going to start losing it in the midsection. And that's also the first place it comes back. So, because all it does, it's hard to actually burn fat cells, Most of the time, you're really just shrinking them. That's why if all of a sudden you start overeating again, you get even fatter faster because those fat cells just expand rapidly. They're still there. It takes a long time and consistency to literally burn fat cells off to where they're just gone. But yeah, no exercise. It's not an exercise thing. It's a diet thing. So, because any back exercises that you're going to do are going to tone your whole back, basically, because there's going to be tension across all of it in every movement that's back specific. It just comes down to, as far as visibly looking tighter, it's a diet thing. Diet's so important. Oh yeah, Greg. Okay, so yeah, you were talking to me. Greg, you said it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know he's a good dude. I've watched him in other podcasts. Like, I like Bradley Martin, and I've seen him sit down with Bradley. And it's like, I know he's not a bad dude. He's just like Gilbert Gottfried to me. Like, when he gets excited and his voice gets higher pitched, that's the specific thing. If he would just be chill, fine, I can listen to him. It's when he gets excited, his voice gets this really like annoying high pitch. No, I'm not, but I feel like I am. Thank you, Kathy. That's hilarious. Thank you, man. You have a great weekend as well, Giancarlo. Yeah, it sure does. It absolutely does. Wore Percival today. Hopefully we'll be getting a bottle soon. That's a wonderful fragrance. Great choice. Absolutely great choice. 100 pounds? That's impressive. I get the body dysmorphia. Yeah. It never goes away. It never gets better. My wife's constantly telling me how I look like a freaking animal. Because after I get out the shower, I'm shirtless most of the night. And she's like, I don't know why you keep saying you're fat. You're not even flexing, and all I see is abs. She tells me this shit all the time. It's hilarious. Like, and I appreciate her for that, but it's like, I don't know, it's this weird thing where I know it's not the case, but I feel like it's the case. I'm telling you, it's this weird. I never had this before. I never had this mental issue with how I feel and look physically before. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life this year, ever. And I feel like I'm not. It's weird. It's so weird. Focus my training and diet to create one giant ab. Cheers to that, Rick. Cheers to that, my man. I'm dying laughing here. My fat ass sitting here thinking, damn, I ain't that fat. Probably rocking 70. You ain't no 70% body fat. Hell no. I call it the keg. When it's the one pack, it's the keg. That's what I used to say. I got the keg going, the little mini keg, which I thankfully don't have anymore. Oh, my confidence level's through the roof. I mean, you guys see how I speak. It's arrogant. I'm arrogant, and a narcissist is what the internet calls me. That's not the case. I'm not self-centered. It's not all about me. I'm just extremely confident, and weak fucks can't handle that. There's groups of weak fucks on the internet that feel that way about me. Crashing into bed now. Have a great weekend, Roy. I figured by now you would have fell asleep. I appreciate you hanging on as long as you did, my man. Have an awesome weekend. I'll see you again on Monday when we're either shitting all over Sauvage Eau Forte or being like, y'all are crazy. This fragrance is great. It's going to be one of the two. I don't think there's going to be much of an in between. So we're hour 38. I'll hang for a few more minutes if you guys got anything else. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate y'all hanging with me and talking and chatting. And the recommendations were phenomenal. I enjoyed all three of these fragrances. All highly rated. It's all good stuff. I like when we do those. We might do another one next month, maybe mid-month or something, where I'll set it up and we'll go shopping. We'll see what stock looks like with Fragrance Buy. Maybe we go to Fragrance Net. Maybe we go to Perfume Box. We'll go buy some shit. I don't know. But we'll probably do it again next month. Olympia Intense. She didn't like floral fragrance. That's a Paco Rabanne, correct? Olympia Intense. Let's look at the Intense. 7.7 out of 10, 221 ratings. Sweet floral. Would you like to retract this recommendation? Whole lot of floral action based on what I'm looking at. It's literally called a sweet floral. Yeah, I think you might want to try a different recommendation there, my man. Also, that delicious. Not as sweet and aquatic as OG. Heavy orange blossom. Well, there you go. Heavy orange flower. Touch, good sillage, luxury bottle. I don't know what that means. I'm freshly addicted to this perfume, so obviously I have to sniff my way through the mainstream sea of fragrance bit by bit in order to. I love Parfum. They crack me up with their written reviews, but yeah, it's a little more floral than I think you were recommending, my man. Yeah, so next week, is it Sunday? So Marcus has SneakerCon in Dallas, which you already know, to those of you that are going to watch. So no Polos and J's on the sneaker stream next weekend, but is it Saturday or Sunday we're doing it? Sunday. So Sunday at 5 p.m. Central on the 25th. I'm still up in the air about the topic, but we're going to have Mr. Kicks Griffey, for example, Joe Anthony, Dedrick, as well as Kalen, and I believe that's going to be everybody. Yeah, I think that's going to be everybody. We're going to have a pretty big panel, and we're going to have a good discussion for those of you that are in the sneakers. Subscribe to TLTG Kicks because you will have to be subscribed for at least 48 hours to be in the live chat. It's not as long as the 2 weeks here, but you still have to be subscribed for at least 2 days. Other than Happy Lands, definitely day 3 fragrances, but they're not affordable. The independent houses I would recommend are not cheap. City Rhythm Fragrance and Day 3 fragrances come to mind immediately, and you're going to pay in the mid 100s for their bottles. You can get samples, you can get travel atomizers, you can get smaller options, but they're niche level stuff, you know. No, I've never tried Kenzo Jungle. I've never tried either, so I'm not sure. Shit happens. I'm just messing with you. Sturdy, comfy shoe when you work on your feet all day. Something like a New Balance 2002 R. It has the same outsole combination as this with their energy foam. It's not these colors, but it's the same. Let me pull this down. It's the same midsole. You have torsional support. You have good grip and traction with a dual density foam. It's actually very comfortable, but they're a more casual look. I have several pairs that are just not easy to just grab one real quick to show you. This is a bit more involved and crazy looking. Even the silhouette's a little more of a casual sneaker, whereas the 2002 R from New Balance, great all day, everyday shoe. And you can get those. You can find them all over the internet in the $100 price range. They got so many colors, suede with mesh panels, great quality, super comfortable. The right amount of stability with step-in comfort, all-day comfort, flexibility. They go with everything. New Balance 2002 R. Look into those, Paul. That's highly recommend those. Cosmic Pepper is awesome. Just sent me a mini of the original Olympia with purchase my wife liked it. Kind of fruity, kind of soapy. The original. All right, let's look at the original real quick. My wife doesn't have any of these. Is that the original? That is the original. Just want to make sure before I click it. Green mandarin, salted vanilla, water jasmine, ginger lily, ambergris, cashmere wood. Fresh sweet floral powdery. They have an extrait. Go ahead with your bad selves. Here's the Eau de Toilette. So they got the Aqua Eau de Toilette, but the original's in Eau de Parfum. They got a variety of these. Just for shits and giggles, the Parfum's the newest one. Bottle looks sleek. The black sleek. Sweet floral, creamy, spicy, woody, clary, sage, pink pepper, vegetal notes. Jasmine, absolute, orange blossom, rose, benzoin, musk, vanilla. That sounds familiar, that note breakdown. The only one, Eau de Parfum Intense from Dolce & Gabbana. She might be into that one. Now, I don't know how many of you have wives that like florals. This new release, my wife saw an ad for, was like, ooh, I'd like that. And then Fragrance By stocked it a while back, and I grabbed it. It's now officially her favorite perfume. Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. We some Victor and Rolf fans in this household. Floral, sweet, fruity, creamy, synthetic, bergamot, coconut milk, geranium, Tiger Lily Freesia Mango Benzoin. We live at the beach. It's nice and tropical floral. It's beautiful. It does have a strong similarity to the Women's Paradise Garden, which she already had. This is better, though. That mango is the separator. So supposedly similar to Fame, which she doesn't have Fame. She has Yara, which is similar to Fame, I believe. Click and see. I think it's that's the Lattafa. It's Yara. Yara Tus. My bad. But so if your lady likes tropical florals, this is fucking incredible. This smells so good on her. She has put a big dent in that 50 ml. I'm going to have to buy her a new bottle by next summer for sure. She's probably knocked a third of this bottle out, and she's had it for since the beginning of summer, basically. And she's knocked about a third of the bottle out already. This is phenomenal, just to let you guys know. And then Paradise Garden for Women. Very, very good fragrance as well. In the same vein, she has this as well. Blue Lotus, Vanilla, Heliotrope, Ginger, Iris, Woody Notes, Lang Lang, Almond, Bergamot. It's way more aquatic and tropical than these notes would make you think it is. It really doesn't tie that much into LeBeau like this is showing it. More like Tuberosa, but way fresher. It probably, yeah, Coconut Fizz is a good relation. I've smelled this before. It definitely has a little bit coconut going for it, similar to this, airy, fresh, watery coconut with some florals. The almond gives it a nice little bit of depth, this little creamy feel to it. Because this doesn't lead you to believe coconut, but it does have a coconut smell to it. So there's a couple for those of you that do have ladies that do like florals. That's some of my wife's favorites currently. Some of her newer stuff to her collection. Those are both phenomenal. I like Sauvage EDT a lot too, man. Angel Share for her, never tried. My wife really likes Prodalome Low. I don't think, no, it's not super floral at all. Not really. I mean, it's got iris, but I mean, it's just as much ginger and lavender. What's lavender is a flower too? I mean, it doesn't have a flowery smell to me. It doesn't smell feminine. I haven't tried them. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, definitely check out City. Oh, Niles has some good ones, man. Puerto Rico, get a sample. Smells like wood fire grilled pineapple and mango. Polarizing. Not for everybody, but I love it. It's one of my favorite releases of the year. St. John's phenomenal too. Light Blue Intense for Women. Yeah, it definitely does not have a heavy floral smell. That's a great. I like that for me. I have a bottle of Light Blue Intense for Women. The original is way more floral than the Intense. The Intense is way more saltwater aquatic. Notice women's fragrances get way more flankers. Oh, God, yeah, because women are a bigger targeted market in the masses than men are. All the dudes that are into it are the online community for the most part. You know, there's way more, like as far as the ones that don't partake in the internet side of it, there's way less guys that are into it outside of our community. Whereas with the women love perfume. That's no secret. Most women enjoy their perfumes, their smell goods, their body mists, all these different things, their bath bombs, all the shit, candles, all the stuff. It is. It's currently her favorite. Yep. That's hilarious. Maybe it's because that's actually Chad in his avatar, but he's nothing like Chad. What fragrance would you suggest I buy for my teenage girlfriend? It all comes down to what you need to find out what she likes, man. Because there's no cookie cutter thing when it comes to getting a woman a fragrance. They're way more selective about what they like when it comes to aromas than we are. We can learn to like something. We can find something to like about it, whereas they'll be put off quicker than they'll be turned on by an aroma. So you gotta find out what she likes first. Kind of look around at what she has already. It doesn't just have to be perfumes, just what aroma-based items does she own? And look at those profiles. There will be a pattern to the profiles, and there's your answer. If you still want my opinion, then find out the pattern and come back. And then I'll be like, oh, let's go look. You know, here's what my wife has that's similar to that or that we've tried. But yeah, I want to give you a real answer. And that's the best answer I can give you is go find the pattern. She's got stuff, not necessarily a perfume collection, but she's got aroma-based stuff. And there's a pattern to what she likes in there. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Like I said, wood fire grilled. It's so weird. It's such a weird but great weird. And I could see why some people don't like it, because when I throw the word it's weird but good, there's going to be some people that aren't going to get down with it, you know? But it goes back to what I always say. I live in a world of redundancy. So when something unique comes at me that smells good, I'm sold. That's how you sell me on a fragrance. If it's unique and smells good to me, I'm in. Get a sample. You can get samples for $7 from the website. All the things. Exactly. Am I wrong or am I right, Amanda? Is that not his best course of action? Go find the pattern in all the aroma-based things that she has. There is a pattern. There is a profile she prefers. And you will find it. You'll find out if she's into white florals. You'll find out if she's into rose. You'll find out if she's into mango or citruses or fruits. Or you'll find out. Lavenders. You'll find out. Just go look around. What's wrong with you? Ambre is a good non-floral perfume women can wear. It kind of does smell like it has jasmine in it, though. It doesn't. They don't list anything outside of lavender, but it smells like, to me, Strong With You mixed with Instant Crush, which is a lot of jasmine. I've always found it to be. Maybe it's just me, but it's still not a heavy floral fragrance. Like, you're not wrong. I'm not trying to throw a wrench in what you're saying. I'm just saying what it smells like to me. He ain't lying. Yeah, for sure. I don't hang out on Reddit, so I don't know what to tell you, man. Even the actual good subreddits, I don't. Reddit's been ruined for me a long time ago. I think the whole platform shit because of one particular subreddit. So, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. She likes fruity florals. Armani My Way. Nectar is a good choice. Well, since you already know what she likes, I just gave you some good fruity florals, my man. Tiger Lily. Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. Buy that. Tropical fruity floral. She'll feel like she's at the beach. It's so good. Sillage is really good on it too. It's not going to fill a room, but it lingers and it trails really well. I love when I always know when she's wearing it because I walk behind her down the stairs to go to the car. And so I get in her trail every time. That's when that's when we play the guessing game of figure out what I'm wearing. Is whoever's in front of the other one when we're walking down the stairs. And I'm usually trailing her because I want to see what she's wearing. Hella late. No worries. We ran way longer than I planned. We're down to 90 people. We had 130, 140, 150 earlier. Something like that. We're down to 86 where as I'm speaking. Paradise Garden is indeed, and I totally agree. April. It's called Panhandle Showdown. It's in Pensacola. And then 3 weeks later, the Riptide Classic here in Panama City Beach. I'm doing back-to-back shows 3 weeks apart here in Panhandle. I did my show in Louisiana, so now I'm doing local. That's why I switched coaches to my guy that I'm with at the gym over here. Which we're not doing anything together right now. It's just when prep comes, but I still talk to him all the time. He watches my sneaker reviews, big sneakerhead and shit. Like, I talk to John every day. I got my blood work came in. I still gave it to him, even though I'm not like he's not hired as my coach right now. We still kind of do stuff because I know what I need to do in the off season. You know, I don't need a coach for the off season. It's when prep rolls around, I need to be held accountable. I need the unbiased professional. Not that I know of. It's actually a very unique fragrance. I've never even heard of it. Never heard of it. Gonna head out. Have a good night. You as well. I will see you Monday, Neil. Flower Bomb Nectar is amazing. Also, never tried it. That's the only Flower Bomb one she has. Like if she ever, because it's not often, when she's like, "Ooh, this perfume sounds like something I would like," I go buy it. If we happen to go where there's fragrances and I'm testing stuff, she'll test a few things. And if she finds something, she's like, "Ooh, I really like this," I'll buy it. Because not often that she wants a perfume. Now, she's got a decent collection at this point. It's like 60, 70 fragrances at this point. Maybe even a little more. But I don't force anything on her. Now, when I get stuff that's too feminine, if she likes it, it's hers. You know, once to get stuff sent to me. And there's some real hits that have been sent to me that she fell in love with. But on occasion, she'll be like, "I want this. I like this." And I'm, "Sure thing, baby. Here you go." because she hardly ever asks for a fragrance because she's not into it the way I'm into it. She loves to smell good. She wears something every day. Women love to smell good, but she's not into it the way I'm into it, obviously. Body Out Oud Sublime is a good fruity floral. I hear talk to you. Yeah, I'm a fan of that one. Hawaiian Punch with Rose. So we're getting together. The plan's November 1st. I'm gonna start with John, and we're gonna do a recomp November, December, and then we start prep January. So the final 2 months before prep is when I'm getting together with John, and we're going to readjust and recomp to where I'm burning a little bit of fat while still building a little bit more here at the end. So that's the plan. It'll be very strategic. It's going to be holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas, so we're going to get together. That's the plan, November 1st. So I'm on my own till then by choice. I could be with John right now, but I'm choosing to be on my own for this right now because I know what all I need to do with my nutrition and my training and the adjustments I needed to make and the weak points I needed to work on and coming along, progressing. But that's the current plan. So we're not prepping for those 2 months, but we're recomping for those 2 months leading into prep before we go into just straight up lean out, eating food that gets crazy boring. And then the misery when we get close and all that. But I'm going to be peeled to the gills this next time. When I told you guys in that weekly rotation video where I showed the medals and a couple still images and everything, that next year for the weekly rotation after the show, my ass is going to have an overall trophy. I'm winning a Classic Physique overall trophy in one of those two shows. My physique will be in that condition. Mark my words. It is a failure if I do not come home with an overall trophy. For a bunch of first place medals won't matter. I will have an overall trophy. That's what I'm working towards. So I like to talk about new stuff and different stuff. I still talk about it all the time, here and there when it suits it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just don't watch a lot of the content because I put out a lot of content. So you just probably miss where I do talk about it. I think above 70 is too much. I know a lot of it's been like 80, 90 bucks lately. I think you can still wait and it'll come down more. It's by room. I've never even heard of it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody. I think everybody that's building a collection should have Dylan Blue and give it a try. She's got a 50 ml that's missing about that much. She wore it 3 days ago. So that one, it got sent to me by Twisted Lily. I reviewed it. I knew she would love it. She loved it. That was her favorite fragrance last summer. That was her favorite summer fragrance for last year. She still wears it. She still wears it here and there this summer, but she's got two new favorites, Paradise Garden and Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. But Lust for Sun is that jam. White Floral Coconut. Oh, yeah. It's phenomenal. I'm with you. I'm with you, my man. Thank you so much. I sure appreciate that. Indeed. Yeah, indeed. My tree's good to see you, my man. No, I'm not trying to go pro. I'm not trying to do that. Honestly, if I get an overall at one of these two shows, I'm probably taking a break for at least a year. I may shut it down completely on competing and just try to maintain my physique instead of trying to grow again. But I'm not trying to chase a pro card down the line or nothing. I'm not trying to go that far with it. I'm not trying to do what it takes. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I'm not trying to do what all it takes to really get a pro card and go to that level. I'm just not trying to do that to my body long term. So, yeah, that's the plan. I just want to achieve. I've got 1 first place medal and 3 second place medals. I want an overall trophy, and I'm probably going to chill. I'm not saying I'll never compete again down the line, but probably could be it. Probably be it for a while, for sure. Definitely taking at least a year to recoup, give my joints a break. You know, my joints and my tendons are definitely going to need a break. My body's going to need a break. I've been going hard for a while. I've been going hard. So Dylan Blue's great stuff. My wife loves Magnolia Bliss from Juliet. Never tried that one. Blueberry Juliet one that caught my interest. Wore that night before last. Blueberry Aquatic. Ego Stratus. Blueberry Aquatic. It's a blue fragrance. So good. Talked about it the other day. I'm like, I need to get this in the rotation. So I literally wore it the other night. It's a good one. It's a good one. You're going to like it. You will. Prominent blueberry note. Most important thing about losing weight and having a healthier lifestyle is taking care of your mind. I wouldn't have been able to lose as much as I did without working on my mental and physical. Yeah, it's all got to be in sync. I literally live it. You know, I live bodybuilding. You got to live, but I enjoy it. I get to wake up and kind of live a dream, honestly. Like getting to do what I get to do every day, talking to you guys and talking fragrance and working out and all that. That's the dream to me. Ideal lifestyle for me, for sure. I love it. Blueberry Aquatic sounds sweet, and it is. I don't have another fragrance that smells like it. Even if you see some smells like stuff, I wouldn't agree. Let's go look at it. See what people saying it smells similar to. So here's the notes, by the way. Citruses, cologne, blueberry, neroli, musk, ambroxan, cedar. And it's way more aquatic than that would make you believe. I guess it's the ambroxan doing it. The cologne. It's not as synthetic as it sounds. It's synthetic, but it's not as crazy synthetic as these two notes are going to make you think. There's designers that are way more synthetic. Nobody's putting what it's similar to. Nice and easy. Isn't it cute how the fine noses of the fragrance community treat all perfumes like they are marketed towards them and getting horribly offended when trying a Juliet Has a Gun release? This brand has an audience of its own, one that does not strive for that holy grail fragrance and could not care less about no pyramids or batch numbers. Whether they are Gen Z, millennials, or whatever, does not matter. Ego Stratus fits perfectly in Juliet Has a Gun's lineup. Casual, unpretentious, hints of nice and easy. Works lovely as a minor addition to your appearance, less effective as a showpiece. I like this person. That's well written. That's so fucking great. I don't know who you are, but you get a soft live stream clap. Well written. Well written. So here's somebody that doesn't like the scent, though. Gave it a 3.5. So big dislike for me, although I think normal people would like it. So there's a little bit of niche snobbery going on here. No shade, but that's how I take that. I tried a sample in the hand, was like, this is so boring. It reminded me of a cheap mix between Herbapora and Ambroxan. I don't think it smells like Herbapora, though. Blueberry is very different from all the fruits that Herbapora has, but I get what he means overall. A lot of fruitiness mixed with a very simplistic, designerish, synthetic vibe. Fair. Not all against easy-to-like perfumes. I love them, but this smells like a copy-paste of this, and that and the other one, like they didn't put much effort when creating the fragrance. Plus, it smells very cheap, synthetic, and I don't accept it when a fragrance costs more than $100, whatever. Sorry. I'm struggling to find a fragrance for this house worth the price. Might sound gross, but this should be stepped down to the Sephora thing. Okay. Very personal opinion. Sorry. I mean, it's his opinion. He's fair. He's right to it. I agree with this guy that says nice and easy. 100 from first word to last word. I 100% wholeheartedly agree with him. And part of me feels like he wrote that way because he read this guy's thing first. I kind of feel like, because it feels like he's calling him pretentious. I'm not saying you are, sir, but it sounds like it. But yeah, 6.6 out of 10, 80 ratings. I could see where there's people being underwhelmed by it because it is a niche brand, very affordable. You can get it $70. I think you can get 100 ml of this. And it's better than most designers in its category. It's synthetic, but there's still some quality smell to it when you compare it to a Y flanker. Y Parfum is going to run you at a 60 ml, 75, 80 bucks. You can get this 100 ml for around 70 bucks. And this is a better fragrance. If you're looking for an aquatic, it's better. I think Y Parfum is more well-rounded for like year-round, but for warmer weather, this is a better fragrance. I think it's unfair the way this gets crapped on. It's a worthy fragrance to me. I might be the only person that creates content that gives it praise. Who knows? I don't know because I don't really watch too many other people. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're over 2 hours. We need to shut this shit down, man. None that come to mind. Slightly sweet, not tart. Definitely not tart. Blueberries aren't tart. Not really. I eat blueberries every day. They're not tart. Very blueberry experienced. I eat blueberries at least once a day. In fact, I'm about to have 80 grams of blueberries with 70 grams of oats and 2 scoops of Optimum Nutrition vanilla ice cream whey protein. Commodity juice up that it is good choice. Strawberry and raspberry. It is really good too. And we're going to end on this. Damn, that's a tough one because Boston Elixir smells like it's got a little bit of infrared EDP in it, but I still go infrared EDP. It was my favorite designer release of 2023. That's the one I would have to pick. Gun to my head, I'm going infrared EDP. But for this year, the Scent Elixir is my favorite designer. My favorite designer released in 2024 is Boston Scent Elixir. Nothing's been able to knock it off the mantle for me. I think it's the one. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. We did way longer than I anticipated. We got 2 hours and 5 minutes at this point. Thank you guys for hanging with me. We're back up to 101 people. Some more people came back. We were 150 early, then we're down to 80. It's all over the place. You know, for those of you that hung with me the whole time, and I sure appreciate that. Seriously, thank you guys for coming hang with me, talk fragrance, fitness, all the different things. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope this was a good start to your weekend. I hope I provided, you know, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of goofiness, a little bit of fun, and maybe a little bit of information that might be helpful in your fragrant world. You know, that's always the goal when we do these things. So make sure to like this stream before you leave. Check out one of today's 2 videos. Subscribe to TLTG Kicks if you're interested in sneakers. I do daily content on the sneaker channel as well. So I do daily content on 2 channels. Busy guy. I'm busier not working for somebody than I ever was working for somebody. But I love what I do. I love waking up and getting to be me every day. And that's due to you guys, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you all very much. Have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. Have a good one.